Hey guys, it's Heather here, and today I thought, why not just pull up the mic and just talk straight to you guys and tell you some of the things that have been going on in my head with regards to Clash, and just see where it takes us, which could, probably be a really scary path that we travel down if we start having me just sit in front of a mic and just start going on about what I think about Clash and the updates and things that are coming up. So we're all getting pretty excited about ClashCon. I know a lot of us aren't actually going to ClashCon, but excited about the content that we're going to see from that, see the streams, and seeing what the update is going to be. What is this big thing that's coming out that they've been hyping up to get us all excited about? And there's a lot of theories out there in the community. I don't get the chance to watch very many YouTube videos. I try and catch like the live streams and some other videos here and there, but I guess once you start doing YouTube videos, you don't really have the time to watch other people's content, even though it'd probably be really good if I did. But I really heavily just rely on my clan mates to tell me if there's anything big, like, hey, go check this out. So they're the ones that I use. End up seeing a video, it's probably because they've suggested I go watch it. So from what I can tell, with what's going on in my clans and the hype going around, is the speculation is out there about what the big update is going to be. And what it seems like it's going to be, just from my perspective, is it's probably going to be clan war tournaments, just because they've been doing this whole tour with live streaming, showing the clan war tournament aspect. So they've already been developing that, and people are excited about it. They're like, yeah, I'd love to participate in this clan versus clan tournament and take clan wars to the next level. So that seems like the highest possibility to me. Now, the other speculation that people keep on talking about is Town Hall 11. And me personally, and I can be completely wrong on everything I'm saying right now, is I don't see Town Hall 11 coming out. Not now, not anytime soon. And the reason for that is they keep on adding more and more content to Town Hall 10. It also seems like they're adding a lot more to the defensive side of Town Hall 10. So it's like we're making Town Hall 10 stronger and stronger, making it more difficult to, 2-star, let alone 3-star Town Hall 10s. And so the balance really isn't there, other than to keep Town Hall 10s a 2-star arena. And so we've added 25 new walls. And maybe that's, to finally kind of, rough out Town Hall 10, but, I don't think so. I don't feel that. Because there'd have to be so much new content added to make a Town Hall 11. Now, somebody in my clan said, well, I think that they changed the color of the walls so that now they could release a new wall level and have Town Hall 11 and have it be electric blue or whatever color that Town Hall 11 would be. And to me, I felt like this is kind of like the final nail in the coffin of Town Hall 10 being the ceiling, because now the walls need to match Town Hall 10, and there's no foreshadowing of another Town Hall level to come. For example, like, Town Hall 9, the Town Hall itself matches the max level of walls you can get for Town Hall 8. But, that doesn't say anything. Even if that's the way they intended it, they can always change it. That, doesn't matter. But for me, in my opinion, if they were going to add Town Hall 11, they probably should have added it before they added multiple levels to defenses that you upgrade at Town Hall 10. So it kind of just seems like, people will just top out at Town Hall 10, but, maybe it'll be a low-level Town Hall 10, or mid, or a high-level Town Hall 10. I kind of just see them continuing to add more and more content to Town Hall 10. So that's just my theory. It very well could end up with Town Hall 11 coming out of October update or sometime in the near future. I just don't feel it. I just don't feel like we're ready for it. I just don't feel like Town Hall 10 has met everything that it needs to meet before we jump to the next level. So just my opinion. Now, another thing people have been talking to me about is how long do you actually think Clash of Clans is going to last? And personally, I think we still have a lot of time left in this game. And I think Clash of Clans is going to last until there is a game out there that completely eclipses it and meets what people are wanting and what people are lacking in Clash of Clans. So if Supercell continues to develop Clash of Clans to meet the need of the player community and also continues to bring in new players, I think Clash of Clans can be here for a long time, because there's just nothing out there that's able to meet the needs of so many different people who like to play games for so many different reasons, and they can find a place in Clash of Clans and enjoy it. Now, Clash of Clans isn't the first massively multiplayer online game that I've played. The first one that I really got into was Dark Ages by Nexon, and that's a pretty old game, and I think it's still around. I haven't played it for years and years, but I really got into that game. I was pretty high up in it. People knew who I was. It wasn't to the level of Clash of Clans by any means, not by a long shot. People were kind of, dissatisfied with the game because there was a long period of time where we had no updates to the game. It was almost, like it was just forgotten. It was just put out there on a server and you could just go play it. And people still did. And we think we still did because there wasn't anything that was out there that made us want to go play something else. And, the developers kind of came back and they started to add a lot more content to it and started to work on it and update. But, at that time, you're paying to play a game online and you're investing in a character that you're building up, and you've spent a lot of time, you've spent money building that up. You're developing relationships with other people because you're playing with them and you're going and hunting with them. And so it's hard to, give that up. But what happened is World of Warcraft came out, and there was a game that eclipsed what we were doing, and a lot of people left because that's what they wanted. World of Warcraft never appealed to me. It wasn't something that I ever downloaded or played, but it appealed to a lot of other people, and I ended up leaving, not playing Dark Ages anymore just because I felt like I had outgrown it. I was just done with it, and there wasn't another game that ended up taking its place. So that's where I kind of see things happening with Clash of Clans as well. So we have these different communities, and then there's different reasons why people play. And there are, within those communities, you may say, I'm part of the war community, but you may play for a completely different reason than the reason I play, and play completely differently. And things that are important to you may not be important to me at all. So you have these different communities, like the war community and the trophy pushing and the farming and, people that are just there for, the social interaction. And each of those players, each of these groups, each of these individuals have a need that's being met by playing Clash of Clans. And if that need can be met better by another game, then those people are going to leave. Even the amount of time and money they've invested in a game, they're going to leave and go start over. Do I see that happening anytime soon? No, I really don't. Because I just don't see anything out there. It keeps on being more and more different mobile games. And you see people that will put them on their channels and try them out because they're getting paid to do so. But, they don't even stick with it. Because there's just something about this mass appeal of Clash of Clans that keeps us all pulled in. Do I think there are things that need to change, things that need to improve? Heck yeah. I would never do trophy pushing. I just don't have the time for it. I couldn't even imagine sitting for an hour in the clouds waiting to attack. To me, that's just, I don't know. I don't think I'd get anything from that. Would I do tournaments and wars and want to have wars that, I can set up and even different scenarios that I could set up and play against bases and things like that? Yeah, totally do that kind of stuff. If I can come on and play a game and actually play a game and not just wait, then I would totally be all for that. So the trophy pushing aspect of the game doesn't appeal to me. That doesn't mean that it never would. I think there's things that could be fixed to be able to make it appealing to more players and make it more fun for the people who are there now. Because I don't think any of them want to sit in the clouds. I think that, they would totally be happy to hit attack and get a base and attack that base and come back, and their army wouldn't be all trained up again because they only took 3 minutes on their battle. They'd be happy to gem it and go again. So because of the limited number of people that are at that level, I think, you know, they need to do something like, I know, generate bases, have bases out there, have things for people to attack, even if they're not real players, and make those bases tough, and, you know, keep on working on that. So maybe they have like 1,000 different bases that are out there for people to attack, and they change them up. I don't know, something like that. So that trophy pushing seems more appealing to me, and not just what's the point. Now, as far as the war community goes, you definitely have tons of different layers and levels of people. And I think as much as we want to push people into playing the war game the way that we do, and as being as skilled as we think that we are, some people just are never going to get there. It still takes you. I can make videos all day long. It doesn't mean that players are always going to be able to execute things, you know, the way that I would think that they should attack a base. It's, you know, everybody has different skill levels. Everybody has a different amount of time that they can dedicate to the game, and the more you play, the better you're gonna get, and the more you practice. So to assume what would make me happy when it comes to war probably wouldn't be the same for other people. I think probably what's lacking there in the war communities is being able to match based on skill set. I think those, you know, clans who are still struggling and still working on 3-star strategies and still trying to, you know, get those down, they don't want to be matched up against, you know, players that are playing 10 hours a day and can just wipe the board with them. And on the same hand, those players who are playing 10 hours a day don't want to face them either. So let's talk about what I feel needs to happen in order for Clash of Clans to continue on for years and years to come. Of course, there needs to be improvements to the current aspects of the game that the players enjoy now. So there needs to be improvements to trophy pushing, and there needs to be improvements and expansions to the clan wars. And people need to be able to feel like they're still growing and they still can be competitive, and not feel that, you know, it's just not worth it. Kind of like how I feel like it's just not worth trophy pushing. People need to be able to enjoy clan wars and feel like that they can still compete no matter how much time they have or what their skill set is, and not have the pressure of being as good as somebody else, being as good as those who play for hours and hours a day. Because it doesn't matter how many tutorials you watch, you still need to be able to practice these attacks to be able to get it down. So we need to be able to keep a huge population of people still loving and playing Clash for whatever amount of time they have available to dedicate to the game. So we need to improve the current aspects, but there also needs to be new aspects to the game. Something new, something that can bring on the kind of excitement and the hype that Clan Wars did, which was something completely different than how people had played the game before. So it's not just about like expanding Clan Wars and doing Clan War tournaments. There needs to be something completely new. So maybe instead of single player maps, there are multiplayer maps, so that you have to actually play Clash of Clans with multiple people at the same time. So maybe there's maps or quests for Town Hall 7. You have to have 5 Town Hall 7s in order to take it on. I mean, could you imagine going in with 5 Town Hall 10s, facing this massive base where you have to coordinate with each other, and you're taking on like 10 infernos, but you still have your same troop space, and, you know, maybe somebody's going to be focusing on the ground aspect, and somebody's going to be focusing on the air aspect, and, you know, maybe somebody's just cleanup, but they're more focused on spells and helping people out when things get tense and have to freeze multiple aspects of the base at a time. So there's a lot of things that could go on with having an actual multiplayer game, and that would be completely different than how we played Clash of Clans now, you know. And then that could be expanded to the point where we're taking on clan versus clan, where clans have created their own mass base for taking on, you know, 5 versus 5. So I mean, there's so many different things where I think, you know, we tend to just focus on the aspect of the game that we're currently playing now, not saying, well, how can Clash of Clans grow to entice more people to play the game, and keeping more people who are still playing the game still playing it, and also keeping people joining the game at lower levels and feeling that they have a purpose, that there's things that they can do. So I mean, that's just kind of one idea of something that could happen with Clash of Clans in order to keep it growing, where there isn't going to be some game that comes in and totally just eclipses it and makes it irrelevant. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. If you like this kind of style of video, leave me some comments below on questions that you have that I can answer in a future video. And go ahead and leave some comments about what you think about the future of Clash and what we might be expecting in this October update. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. If you don't like this video, make sure you subscribe. Just everybody subscribe. Tell your clan to subscribe. I think, yeah, subscribe. And I told everybody that, what else am I supposed to? Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter, and I'll catch you next time.